Hi everyone, this is Sambhavi, and in today's video, we're going to talk about how to stay unbothered. Now, honestly, the entire idea of staying unbothered literally starts with detachment. You have to master the art of detachment. You have to make sure that whatever somebody says, whatever somebody does not affect you in any way. That is as simple as that. Like, it's literally that. There isn't a lot of things to this. If you want to stay unbothered, you need to know that any sort of negative energy should not make you react. You should not feel the need to react or to respond to what other people are saying, especially if it's negative, especially if it's something that is not in the best interest of yourself, right? So when you do that, when you respond to negative energy, you basically let that negative energy flow in and replace your positive energy with the negative energy. And that is not what we want. So, the idea of being unbothered literally basically means just being so involved with yourself, being so focused on yourself and your own growth that whatever somebody else says about you or whatever somebody else tells you to do does not bother you. Like if you have like an idea of something that you want to try out and somebody tells you that, oh, you shouldn't do that, you're not supposed to listen to them. If you really want to do it, go ahead, do it. That is what staying unbothered is. Like, people can say whatever they want, people can do whatever they want. It's not gonna bother you. That is it. Like, you have to be so focused on growing and so focused on being yourself and on improving yourself that what goes on around you doesn't bother you. What goes on around you does not shape the way you think or does not shape the way you act. It's as simple as that. Now, becoming unbothered and staying detached really just starts with a lot of inner work. And when I say a lot, it literally is a whole lot of inner work. You have to, first recognize the patterns of the way you respond to other people, the way you behave around people, the way what people say makes you feel, and the way you let them know how it makes you feel. You know, you need to make sure that you have created boundaries with yourself and that you have created boundaries with other people, and that is what you're looking into. Like, you're reflecting onto your current self, onto your past self, and you're trying to figure out what needs to be changed so that you can be unbothered. Now, once you've actually realized what is being a blockage between you being unbothered and what is actually, you know, causing distress, even when it shouldn't, once you've recognized what it is, it's going to be a lot easier to work on it. For example, at times when you prioritize other people's opinions over your own. Like, you are so attached to the idea of being liked by everybody around you, and you're so attached by the idea of making everybody happy that you don't have any boundaries with yourself. You have not created a healthy boundary with yourself and with other people that, promotes a distance, like promotes a good behavior. Once you set boundaries with yourself and with other people, people will automatically start respecting you. It's as easy as that. And once people start respecting you, it's a lot more easier to stay detached and it's a lot more easier to be detached from these people. And I'll explain why it's easier when people start respecting you. It's because when you don't create this, like, scene where a person respects you a lot, and when you yourself are attached with people, when that happens, you are scared of losing these people. That is what the law of detachment is. Don't be afraid of losing anything. Don't be afraid of losing anything. The law of detachment basically states that everything is an experience. You don't own anything. It's as simple as that. You are so scared and you are so attached to the idea and the fear of being, left out, of being abandoned, that you go out of your way to make sure that people stay with you. You either do that, or what you do is that You're so scared of people leaving you that you start leaving them first. That also happens. And it has happened with me before, but I'm sort of working on it right now. I wouldn't say I've completely worked on it, but I am working on it. And it's a long process. You don't expect all of this to work out in like a night or like in a week or in like a month. No, it's a very long process. Sometimes healing can seem like you've done amazing for an entire year and then you suddenly have a breakdown and it's fine. And you suddenly go back to your toxic patterns and it's fine, because once you've realized that you are going back to your toxic patterns, and once you actually do try to make an initiative where you heal again or where you start again, that is enough. As long as you do all of that, that is enough. Like I said, the law of detachment is basically just being so understanding of the fact that you don't own anything and that everything is an experience. Once you've understood that, once you've made like peace with this entire concept, you realize that if people want to leave, they can leave. That is what detachment is. You're not attached to anybody. You're not going to beg people to stay. If they want to leave, if they're doing you wrong and if they want to leave, let them leave. Nobody is so important that you hold on to them even when they want to leave. Now, if a person doesn't want to leave and you are pushing them away by yourself, then maybe you need to work on it. But if somebody willingly is leaving, you are no one to stop them. Let them leave. Literally let them leave. Because when a person is leaving, it is either you realize this or either they realize it that you're not meant for each other. And it's fine. It's completely fine. And it's okay to feel bad about this person walking away, or it's okay to feel bad when you are walking away from a person. It's completely normal. It's completely natural. But, you know, what makes you strong is the fact that you're doing things despite not feeling like doing them, and you're doing it because you know that's what you need. When you do something what you need, even if you don't want to do it, that is real growth. That is true growth. Alright? So there's nothing to feel bad about. You don't need to feel bad about leaving. It's okay if you do, but you don't need to feel bad about leaving, because you need to understand that you are prioritizing yourself and that you are prioritizing your growth over being in a toxic, vicious cycle of letting people walk all over you, or of letting people have access to your energy even when you guys don't have the same values. Once you've mastered detachment, you are okay with things leaving. You're okay with things not going the way you want them to go, because you know that better things are coming your way. It's as simple as that. And like, you are so detached to things and to experiences that you learn from them and you let them go, because you know that holding on to things for longer than you're meant to hold on to them is going to have an adverse negative impact on you. And once you realize that and once you work through that, it's going to be a lot easier to let things go. And that is what detachment is all about. It's about being so content with what you have that when things do end up leaving, you've like understood that you've gotten what you wanted, you've gotten what you needed out of that particular thing, out of that particular person. And it's okay. It's time to let go of them. And that's fine. Once you've, mastered detachment, you'll be okay with the idea of things and people leaving. And that is all it, like, that is literally all of it. And I've said it like multiple times in this video itself, but that is it. That's literally it. Law of detachment also means that you know yourself so well and that you're so content with whatever you have or whatever you have to offer. You're so content with all of it that when somebody says or does something that doesn't align with you, you just don't like care. Like you're just not even bothered enough to look at them or to retort or to say stuff like that's not true, because you know that it's not worth it, and you know that this person isn't adding any value to my life. So I don't need to worry about this person saying shit about me. Another thing that's like really important for you to know is that once you've mastered the law of detachment, you actually attract a lot of great things. When you want absolutely nothing, you get everything. Literally that. When you want nothing, you get everything. Just that, like, because the universe is seeing this. The universe sees how you are okay with what you have, how you're grateful for what you have, and how you aren't really bothered when things do end up leaving. And the universe sees this, and the universe thinks that, oh, you should be rewarded for this. And the universe will reward you at the right time with the things that you do require at that time. Literally that. And I feel like it makes a lot of things easier for you when you understand that once you've learned how to detach yourself from all of the things in life that you're holding on to for dear life on, once you've detached from all of these things, you will only be attracting better things in life. Like, literally, you're not going to attract anything worse. You're going to attract better things. You're going to attract better energy, better opportunities. And that's good for you. Why would you not want to attract that? Why would you want to stay in this vicious cycle when you're holding on to everything that you're not supposed to hold on to? Think about it. Would you not want better opportunities, better, ideas, better people, better situations around you? You would want that, right? So then why are you restricting yourself from that? Alright, so guys, that's all that I had for today's video. I hope you guys liked it, and I really hope you guys had something to take away from today's video. I will see you guys next week with another video. Bye bye!